Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We've got a fantastic show lined up for you today. Championship Sunday in college baseball with the regionals and so much more. So good to see you. Hope you are having a wonderful weekend, a wonderful Sunday so far. Oh, man, this is what it's all about right here. I love days like this. Nobody indeed, baby. Let's go. Let's get after it. All right. As we always do, before we look forward, we have to look back. Here's what we did yesterday. All right. College baseball. Solid. Over. Missed two there. We got Oregon State on the win. Oregon out. Done. Gone. Their own regional. 2 games out of here. And then, of course, yesterday of what we talked about with Clemson and Texas, of course, they both lose. Oh, how excited we were on that one. And I knew it. As soon as we got done with the show, I knew it. I was like, these teams are dead. These teams are absolutely dead. We gave them the kiss of death. In the NBA, let's see what we had here. 1 and 2. We also had Aaron Judge on a home run. So we get that one. But we get Pascal Siakam. Marte, dude, the Diamondbacks just got smoked yesterday, didn't they? Oh, dude, that was terrible, man. And then Tyrese Halliburton only ends up with 2 threes. So that's where we were yesterday. What a weird day that it was. But it's all right. It's all right. We got a big one lined up for today. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the picks because college baseball starts in 2 hours. So we have no time to waste. Okay, we're going to take Clemson, Kentucky over 12.5. We're going to take Northeastern Mississippi State over 12 at -115. We're going right back to the well, baby, except we're just not going to hype it. Clemson money line, Texas money line +130. And we're going to take Mississippi State money line and Southern Miss money line at +125. So those are our 4 plays for today. Now, let me explain of how this works because, again, you have 2 sets of games today, all right? In each regional, you're going to have, we'll say a morning, early afternoon game that's an elimination game, and then you're also going to have the championship game tonight, okay? And if we need a second championship game, it will be on Monday. I will walk you through every one of these, all right, in terms of the regionals and how to go about it. Because remember, we also have regional winner plays, all right, that are on the board. So we don't even have the teams that are sitting 2-0. You notice we don't even know who their opponent is going to be for tonight. And I'll explain all of that and explain what I mean with the regional picks because we essentially have those teams now on money lines. Florida State, North Carolina, Tennessee, right? So keep going down the list, and I'll explain as we go. All right, so those are our 4 plays right there. Clemson, Kentucky over 12.5. Northeastern Mississippi State over 12. Clemson money line, Texas money line +130. Mississippi State money line, Southern Miss money line +125. Japan said, hey, state of Mississippi, Big Seth said, AV show Mississippi some love. Yeah, absolutely, man. Avi said, y'all keep sleeping on Auburn, right? Auburn looking great, man. Looking great. All right. So those are our 4 plays for today. And let me explain what I mean for anybody who is somewhat new to betting college baseball in the regionals. So, like I said, think of today as you have all 16 regionals, okay? You're going to have a morning game and you're going to have a night game. What do I mean by that? Let's go through each one. And you guys keep dropping in the chat what you guys like. And look, we'll have MLB afterward, but I just want to get to college baseball now because we don't have a lot of time. So what do I mean by it? Nashville Regional today. And all of these graphics right here are already in the Discord. You can grab them. They're there, ready to go. All right. So like I said, Nashville Regional today, 3 p.m. Eastern, Vanderbilt and Wright State. All right. So that is game 1 in said regional. Vanderbilt, Wright State. Whoever loses is out. Done. Whoever wins will play Louisville in Nashville tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern for said championship game. But here's the deal. Louisville 2-0. All right. Whoever wins between Vanderbilt and Wright State has 1 loss. So they're going to have to beat Louisville twice to win this regional. So if we think Vanderbilt is going to beat Wright State, that's why you'd only see half the lines for college baseball games, because we don't know who the opponent for Louisville is going to be in the championship game, right? So if, let's just say Vanderbilt beats Wright State, okay, at 3 p.m. Eastern, that means Vanderbilt will play Louisville in Nashville tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, okay? If Vanderbilt wins that game, that's the first loss for Louisville, all right? Double elimination. So we will come back Monday and play a championship game 2. That's how these work. So now you understand the regional winners and how we have these games, in the fact that, and we'll get through it, but if we had, say, Louisville to win their regional, all right, if we had them to win the regional, that means we essentially have Louisville money line twice, all right? You don't have to bet them at all. Now, you can get creative with it. You can play totals. You can play team totals. You could play Vanderbilt team total, all right, and protect yourself so that you're going to get one regardless. Burke 985 says, is Vandy in trouble? No, they're not in trouble, but their bats have to come alive, man. It's what we talked about, right? Their bats, they should have lost Friday, if you're being completely honest, but they've got the pitching. They should be able to handle Wright State. You see a pretty big total here. I think it's like 14. But yeah, no, they're not in trouble. But they're going to have to handle their business, and they're going to have to hit the ball, man. All right, so we'll go through every one of these regionals. And also, let me say, today, all right, it's going to be an active day, all right, because we're going to have to be making decisions once this game ends. We're going to get lines on Vanderbilt versus Louisville or Wright State versus Louisville. So that's why you only have half the teams that are in there right now. Makes sense? We'll figure out how best to do that, to communicate it out. But yeah, that's where we sit. Okay, so that's the Nashville Regional. Next one, Hattiesburg. Southern Miss versus Columbia today. All right, we've got Southern Miss on the money line paired with Mississippi State. All right, that game is at 3 p.m. Eastern, elimination game. All right, whoever wins will face Miami tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern for the championship game of the region. Should whoever comes out of the loser's bracket beat Miami, same deal. Play it again on Monday. Going to have to beat Miami twice. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. Let me know. I hope that it makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know. All right. Tallahassee Regional, Sunday, today, noon Eastern. Northeastern against Mississippi State, elimination game. We've got Mississippi State on the money line paired with Southern Miss. So essentially, we need Mississippi State to beat Northeastern, and we need Southern Miss to beat Columbia. Okay. So with Mississippi State, Northeastern, look, Northeastern, great pitching, but at this point, I think it's probably dead. We also have the over in this game. I do believe that Mississippi State is going to put up some runs, and Northeastern will too. That's why I like the total that we're playing this game, but we also have them. Now, we also have Florida State to win the regional. So we have Florida State money line twice after this one. So if we could grab the over and hit that in Mississippi State, Northeastern, and get Mississippi State and Southern Miss both to win their games, that's 2 right there. And then we're sitting absolutely perfect in this regional because we already have Florida State at plus money, even money, right? So sitting good here. All right. Japan, AB, you got any Sunday golf plays? I do not, my friend. I hope Big Brian Liberati's in the chat. I do not. I would steer you wrong here. Cody says setup is great. Absolutely, man. I hope that it makes complete sense for everybody. We're going to do it for every single regional. Abby said some of these loser bracket games will fly over. Yep, they will. Now, let me pull this down for 1 second. College baseball weather, we don't have really anything, which is fine. All right. We've got humidity in the southeast. Great. There's no wind that's really blowing out heavy for anybody or blowing in against anybody. It's just a solid day of baseball. So nothing really to look at weather-wise. It's just solid, sunny, and humid. All right, with not a whole lot of wind. So you're going to see high totals. It's because teams coming out of the loser bracket, which is what we're betting on right now, are going to be running out of pitching. All right, That's how it's going to go down today. It's all about who you got left and who could get the bat to the ball, man, and get some runs up quick. All right, so that is the Tallahassee Regional. Like I said, we have Florida State to win that regional, so we are sitting pretty there. Okay, Corvallis Regional. Look at USC, Millsy. All right, Liddy. All right, today 6 p.m. Eastern, and we have games going all night. All right, so today 6 p.m. Eastern elimination game. We've got Oregon State versus St. Mary's. All right, the winner will take on USC tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. And again, same rules apply. I'm going to have to beat USC twice. So this is Oregon State's regional. We have Oregon State to win the regional. So let me pull this down for a second. Oops, went one too far. All right. So the fact that we have Oregon State to win their regional, all right, what we need Oregon State to do is to beat St. Mary's. Okay. We don't have a bet on this game specifically, but if Oregon State beats St. Mary's, we're all in already on Oregon State to win the regional, but we could play USC, all right, and we could protect ourselves. And I'll explain it. If Oregon State does beat St. Mary's, we could play USC team totals. We could play the over. We could play however we want to get down because we will have Oregon State to win the regional in our back pocket. But, all right, they're going to have to beat USC twice, so that's if they beat St. Mary's. However, since we already have that in, now we can fade that pick. And if you think, man, I don't think Oregon State's going to do it, bet USC. Bet USC, and you can get that unit back, right? So that's how it's going to go down. But we need them to win the elimination game, all right? You could bet St. Mary's if you wanted to. If you really wanted to get down, all right, and protect yourself from all corners, you could do that. And hopefully now our strategy all makes sense. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't bet anything in the elimination game here, all right, you're just hoping Oregon State wins the game. And if Oregon State gets to the championship game, we could protect ourselves easily. We could bet USC twice. All right. We could bet USC team total twice. All right. And protect ourselves. USC could hit the team total and Oregon State win the game and Oregon State win the regional. Right. So we have so many options. That's why the regional picks are so important because it gives us insurance and protection against losses. We just need them to get to the championship round. So, Rodney Gray, my son played at Southern Miss under Jim. Wow. Okay, there we go. I bet your son was a heck of a ball player. And he's a heck of a coach. So Miss done a lot of winning. Man, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Something FC, these are ridiculous. Some straight A sports and other activities and near perfect ACD full of them. Dude, that's a heck of a school. And it's crazy. Like straight A's, near perfect ACT. It's like, what the heck do you want the kid to do? Big Tony, AB. Let me see how the times align. Might have to record. We'll have something up. Don't worry about that. I don't know if we'll go live or if we will go a quick record. But yes, I mean, we will have it for sure. Don't worry about that one. Okay, so that's how we said. I hope that made sense on the regional plays. Okay, if you have any questions, seriously, drop them in. Or if you have any other strategies, right, put those in as well. Okay, next one. Chapel Hill Regional. Okay, North Carolina. We have North Carolina to win the regional, so we are sitting absolutely pretty. You got Oklahoma and Nebraska in the elimination game today, noon Eastern. And make sure, check your books for times. The NCAA is just absolutely ruthless at getting things wrong. Home teams, away teams, like just the books, quite frankly, are the best option to look here. All right, but I've got it pretty much down, but dude, the NCAA, you never know, man. They get crazy. But anyways, Oklahoma, Nebraska, 12 p.m. Eastern today. Like I said, we have North Carolina to win the regional. So we already have that in our back pocket. You could not bet a single game in this regional, all right? And you've got North Carolina money line twice at plus money. At plus money. All right, so that's why. And look, super regionals, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to do the exact same thing and protect ourselves so that we always come out on top. All right, so it really doesn't matter who wins this elimination game. We're fine either way. Now, looking at this game, Oklahoma, big face. What's up, brother? Cody, NCAA ruthless at getting things wrong. I know. Dude, I last night I was up till 3, 4 in the morning putting all this stuff together, these graphics together, right? And NCAA.com, D1Baseball.com, and DraftKings all had different times, home teams. I was like, dude, DraftKings is going to be the ones that have this correct. So just make sure to check it. But I'm pretty sure that I mean, I've got all the teams and all that, obviously, correct. But yeah, like if you're looking at home teams, yeah, just pay attention to that one. Yeah, the NCAA is out of control. But yeah, okay. So we've got North Carolina already in our back pocket. All right. So if you want to have fun with this one, be my guest, and we'll explain how to bet this once we see who wins between Oklahoma and Nebraska. All right, Eugene Regional. Now, here's the deal. We had Oregon to win this, and they're out. Okay, so this is a 1-unit loss here already on this regional, but we can make this back. All right, so I don't have any play on this game. Utah Valley and Cal Poly are in the elimination game tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then we have Arizona and the winner. And whoever wins the elimination game is going to have to beat Arizona twice. So once we find out who wins between Utah Valley and Cal Poly, we'll get down on this game because there's ways to do it. And especially with having bet a team to win the regional that obviously is already out. So we'll just have to wait and see who wins the first game. All right. Conway Regional. Coastal Carolina. So we've got Florida and ECU, high total there in game 1. They play at 12 p.m. Eastern. All right. And the winner will have to take down Coastal Carolina twice. We don't have anything on this regional in terms of who was going to win it. So we can have fun with it. All right. We'll break down the numbers once we get it, once we find out who wins between Florida and ECU. Okay. Auburn Regional. Yeah, Aubie, look at your boys. All right, Tigers sitting pretty, man. 2-0. Elimination game today, 3 p.m. Eastern. We got NC State taking on Stetson. All right, again, have fun with this one. We don't have any money on the table already. So if you want to play some NC State Stetson, have at it, man. Have a lot of fun. And then once we find out who wins that game against Auburn, we'll be able to get down. And let me just say, they're going to be runs. They're going to be runs. Absolutely. Auburn's sitting pretty fresh with pitching. These other two teams are not. And, I mean, think about it. If you're NC State or Stetson or any of these other teams' elimination games, I mean, you're going to have to win today. It's do or die. And then you're going to have to play again tonight. All right. After having gone through the losers bracket. So that's another thing to think about, too. You're going to see high money lines on these teams that are 2-0 because they're fresh. Absolutely fresh, right? And these other teams are absolutely not. So make sure to pay attention to that. We'll break it all down once we get the matchups. All right, Austin Regional. So we have Texas to win. Now, what did we say? What the hell did we say coming into this one? You do not want to play a team that is in the same state. UTSA beat Texas last night. We had called this before it came out that it is dangerous to play in-state teams. So the elimination game today is Texas-Kansas State at 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, so like I said, we've got Texas to win the regional. So what we need is Texas to win this game, all right, the elimination game. Now, you could bet Kansas State team total, etc., if you wanted to give yourself even more insurance. But if we get Texas to win this game, we can get down on UTSA and team totals or runs, all right, and absolutely protect ourselves should Texas not win. Now, how does it work if we have Texas to win the regional, and let's say Texas beats Kansas State, and then let's say Texas beats UTSA tonight, and they go into Monday? Well, guess what? That regional winner is a Texas money line in the championship game. So there you go. So we've got ways to do it. We just need Texas to beat Kansas State. If we can get Texas to beat Kansas State, we're sitting beautiful. You could also bet Kansas State, like we just said, runs, team totals, things like that, if you wanted to protect yourself. All right. Los Angeles Regional. All right. We've got UC Irvine to win this regional. Now, they're in the elimination game today against Arizona State, 6 p.m. Eastern. All right. Winner of that game will face UCLA, have to beat them twice. Championship game will be tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. So, like I said, we've got UC Irvine to win it. We need UC Irvine to get past Arizona State. If we can get them to get past Arizona State, bet UCLA, right? Bet UCLA, and you are protected. Now, you'll split it, right? If UCLA does win, but we'll break it down. If we've got team totals, we can do that. All kinds of ways to get down. We just need Irvine to beat Arizona State. Same deal applies as the previous regional. If you want to bet something on Arizona State to protect yourself, you're good to go. All right. You could bet Arizona State to win that game. And if they do, you split even. That UC Irvine to win the regional, you just nullified it. Back to even. Good to go. Right. So that's why we play them. Okay. So that's the LA regional. Night games out west. Oxford Regional, Georgia Tech and Ole Miss. This is going to be a hell of a game right here in the elimination game at 3 p.m. Eastern today. Murray State, look at them. Whoever wins Georgia Tech Ole Miss is going to have to beat Murray State twice. This is in Oxford, Mississippi. Ole Miss is the home team, but they're going to have their hands full with Georgia Tech. So same deal applies. Athens Regional, look at Duke. Look at them. Look at Duke sitting pretty. Aubie said AB, Oklahoma and Florida moneyline parlay. I don't hate it. I don't know what you're going to get out of Florida. Like, I think that Oklahoma might get Nebraska. I don't know what to think about Florida. Like, I like the parlay. I mean, help me out, right? Like, I don't know what to do with Florida. Like, Florida could come out and mash, or they could come out and do nothing. They're like Alabama. They scare me, man. But the concept of it, I like it. All right, so we've got Georgia and Oklahoma State in the elimination game, 12 p.m. Eastern. And then whoever does is going to have to beat Duke twice. Look at them Dukies, boy. You know we're going to be on Duke. So we'll see what goes down between Georgia and Oklahoma State. All right, Baton Rouge Regional. So we've got LSU to win this regional. So we're sitting pretty. All right, you got Dallas Baptist and Arkansas Little Rock in the elimination game at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then whoever wins that is going to have to beat LSU twice. Quite frankly, look, I'm just going to be honest. I mean, knock on wood, LSU's pretty good. It's going to be tough to beat them twice at home at the box. So we're sitting pretty here. We've got LSU. Nothing that we have to do. But Dallas Baptist, I think they're massive favorites against Little Rock, as they should be. So we'll see what we get. Like, I don't have anything on that game, but whoever wins against LSU, especially if it's Little Rock, oh, God. So we're sitting, like, think about it. Like, we've got LSU and Arkansas, I believe, paired to win their regional. And if LSU plays Little Rock at money line, it's going to be like 1,500 minus. So doing the work ahead of time is the way to go here. Clemson Regional. Okay. We've got Clemson to win this regional. Look at West Virginia sitting 2-0. Nice. All right. We got Clemson and Kentucky. We're playing the over in that game. So like I said, we've got Clemson to win this regional. So what we need is Clemson to beat Kentucky. I do feel pretty good about Clemson. If they get past Kentucky, I think they get West Virginia tonight. And if it goes to a game 2, yeah, like Clemson being at home. Look, I'm not saying look, West Virginia could smoke this thing, whoever wins, right? Yeah, I love the total in this one too. Both teams are just gonna be so aggressive at the plate because they know that they can't rely on pitching. That's why I love the over in this game. Todd Clinton, Little Rock putting up some runs. Yes, sir, they are. Yeah, I'm with you. So, all right. So, again, we've got Clemson to win this regional. We need Clemson to beat Kentucky. All right. So, we got the over in that game. If we can get the over to hit and then we can get Clemson to beat Kentucky, all right, then we can play around with these numbers. We can bet West Virginia team totals, et cetera, to protect ourselves and be good. All right. Next one, Knoxville Regional. Okay. Tennessee sitting 2-0. We've got Wake Forest and Cincinnati today. Both of these teams completely out of pitching. Completely out of pitching. So Got Tennessee here. I mean, it's going to be tough to beat Tennessee twice just because whoever wins Wake Forest Cincinnati is going to be throwing one of us in the chat. We don't have quite the wind that we did. And not, I mean, I think every game, we said it going in that there would be runs, and I believe every game in this region has hit double-digit runs. All of them, right? So there's no pitching between Wake Forest and Cincinnati. It's a high total. I didn't play it, but if you want to, I get it. It's going to be a beautiful day in Knoxville. They're just going to have to hit. And Cincinnati is arguably the best team on the bases in this tournament. So they're constantly moving guys from first over to second. So that's where we sit there. Going to be runs, man. Then finally, Fayetteville Regional. We've got Arkansas to win the regional, so we're sitting pretty there. North Dakota State and Creighton are in the elimination game today at 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, nothing we have to do. If you want to go in and have some fun with this one, be my guest. You know what I mean? Like you can, you're sitting pretty with Arkansas there. It's going to be very brutal to beat Arkansas twice in Fayetteville. It's going to be absolutely brutal. Not saying it can't happen, but it's going to be brutal. So we're sitting very, very pretty with Arkansas there. My man, Rise Gator, let's see details to go strong. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So those are all of our regionals. Like I said, those graphics are in the Discord now. You can go grab them and get after it. Right. So hopefully all of that helps. And like I said, we'll figure out what time to get a video up once the first round of elimination games are done. All right. And then we're going to have our big boy teams. All right. And like I said, we have so many regionals sitting pretty with big name teams. Arkansas, LSU, keep going down the list, right? Florida State, North Carolina. Like we're sitting pretty in so many of these regionals. So you could look at it and say, hey, we could double up money. All right. You could triple up money, right? Like there's a lot of ways. We are sitting so good. And going 4-2 yesterday was nice to get ourselves ahead by a couple units there on yesterday alone. So sitting absolutely beautiful. Exactly what the plan was set to do. Wow, we absolutely love it, man. Scott said AV did a huge parlay on overs yesterday. I love it, man. I love it. What you got going on today, man? All right. So, all right. We'll jump out of college baseball. Like I said, those games start in an hour and a half. It's 9:34 Central as I speak this second, and some of them start at 11 a.m. Central. So get yours in. All right, home runs, Major League Baseball. Jump into it. Aaron Judge. All right, we hit it yesterday. Oh, wait, this is yesterday. Sorry, hold on. There we go. I didn't take it out of the slides. I was like, oh, that looks familiar. All right, so we hit Aaron Judge. He's hit home run in 2 straight games. All right, you got to go with it again. Now, it's Sunday. Remember, Sunday in Major League Baseball is weird. All right, it's a travel day, so be careful. Be careful. But got Aaron Judge plus 200, Manny Machado plus 300, Teoscar Hernandez plus 350, Kyle Tucker, Cubs plus 450, Brandon Lowe of the Rays plus 500. Where are you going today? I'm going to go Teoscar Hernandez plus 350. I don't hate Brandon Lowe. I mean, Aaron Judge is Aaron Judge, right? I mean, all of these guys are live, and I'm going to show you why here in just a second. But I'm going to go Teoscar Hernandez today at 350. So let me know. Drop it in the chat where you're going. TJ going Ohtani, not a bad play. Not a bad play, especially with him not hitting a home run yesterday, right? Yeah, we've got great spots here. But I'm going to go Teoscar Hernandez here at plus 350. Now, all right, let's get into Major League Baseball weather. All right. So first, we've got the Red Sox and the Braves. Again, wind blowing out to left field. Temperatures high 70s. Feels like high 70s. Some of that solid Georgia humidity here. All right. Now, these two teams have been nuts in terms of how they've been playing because it's like you get runs with one team and then the other team goes dead. And then the next game, it flips, right? It feels like it's 5-0, 5-1. It's tough, man. But you've got weather to do it. Aaron Bailey, good morning, AB, my man. Hope everyone is having a good day. Hey, having a great day, my boy. Hope the same your way. Absolutely hope the same your way. Big Scott said, AB, I'm in Knoxville today. When first called me and gave me $500,000 NIL contract. Hey, I'm telling you, you might be pitching today, buddy. Both of those teams are out of pitching. Oh, man, I love it. Yeah, Zach said, hit the like button if you haven't. Yeah, that's huge. If you're watching on your phone, just pull the screen down, hit like, pop it back up. Won't ask you for anything else, but will ask you for that. That absolutely helps. Huge. Sid, I'm with you, AB on Teoscar Hernandez. Absolutely, man. All right, so that's the Red Sox and the Braves. Only got a couple here in weather. Rockies and the Mets. All right, Soto, Whityard. Look, same weather. If you're a left-handed pull hitter, this is your spot. Now, mid 60s, feels like mid 50s, so you don't have much humidity, but it's not bad. I mean, partly cloudy, 65 degrees, solid day. It's a great baseball day. And the wind blowing out to right field, 13.5 miles an hour. So left-handed pull it. Not that, you have to be. Right-handed dudes can hit it too, right? But got it set up nicely. And then the Yankees and the Dodgers, again, same deal. We've had the same weather in every single game. All right. Mid 70s, feels like mid 70s, great humidity, no rain whatsoever, 8 miles an hour blowing out. Literally the same weather that we've had in every single one of these games. So if you're betting Yankees, Dodgers, and you like runs and you've been doing it, keep doing it. Now, watch the lineups. Again, Sundays can get weird, especially with these two teams. They're not afraid to bench guys, but sitting absolutely nice. Now, hitter versus pitcher historicals. Look at Teoscar Hernandez against Ryan Yarbrough. 13 hits off 36 at bats, 7 home runs. 7. William Contreras of the Brewers against Ranger Suarez. 8 hits, 19 at bats, 2 walks, 3 home runs. Yanier Diaz against Taj Bradley. 3 hits, 10 at bats, 2 home runs. TJ Friedel, 2 home runs. Manny Machado, 6 hits, 21 at bats, 2 home runs, 3 walks. Pay attention there. Be a nice little play. Xander Bogaerts against Andrew Haney. 10 hits, 18 at bats, 2 home runs. Brandon Lowe, all right, he's only got 1 hit, 8 at bats against Hunter Brown, but it is a home run. All right, you see Marcell Ozuna against Crochet. Go down the list. But yeah, look at Hernandez, 7 home runs. Huge. Robert Bibbo just got here, had to walk the dogs. Good to see, big dog. No pun intended there. All right. Let's invert it here. All right. Austin Hayes, 8 hits, 14 at bats off James Italian. You see Dylan Carlson against Adrian Hauser, 6 hits, 15 at bats. Max Kepler on here. Trey Turner. You see a lot of Phillies. Enrique Hernandez gets Ryan Yarbrough, 5 hits, 11 at bats. Nico Horner, his name always on this list, man. But again, Edmundo Sosa, all right, against Jose Quintana, a lot of Phillies. Dansby Swanson, 3 hits, 11 at bats. Freddie Furman, not Freddie Freeman, Freddie Furman. All right, 2 hits off 3 at bats. Kettle Marte, he went over 4 last night. 2 hits, 3 at bats off of Mitchell Parker. Julio Rodriguez, 2 hits, 3 at bats off of Chris Paddock. So that's what we've got, man. All right. I'll hit our picks one more time and we'll get out of here because games are about to start. Got to get these bets in. That is a lot of slides to move through. All right, let's see. There we go. All right. Clemson, Kentucky, over 12.5. And make sure shop your books. Make sure you get the best lines and totals here. Clemson, Kentucky, over 12.5, minus 115. Northeastern Mississippi State, over 12, minus 115. We've also got Clemson money line, parlay with Texas money line, plus 130. And then Mississippi State, Southern Miss money lines at plus 125. Damn, Dustin. All right, so those are our picks. You know what? I just realized I did not get the hit streaks in. I apologize. I completely slipped my mind. I apologize. I'll drop it in the Discord right after the show. So apologies to everybody there. Make sure you're in the Discord. I'll drop it in. And like I said, all of these slides, all right, that you saw for the regionals, they're all in the Discord already. So you have it. You have all of your information right there. We're sitting absolutely beautiful on Championship Sunday. And I'll figure out a time to get all of these picks in for the second round of games of college baseball today. Don't worry about that. Make sure that you're set up all around. Big Nate said in mass and cannot play that game. Another piece with Southern Miss. Let's see. Hold on. I appreciate it, Dustin. Yeah, my bad. Apologies. All right, let's see. All right. Georgia's solid, but they could mess around. I think Vanderbilt, I don't know the juice on it. It's probably, I think it's like minus 650. Might be unplayable. Vanderbilt's a good play. I'm on Southern Miss. I'm on Mississippi State. Oregon State's not a bad play. Again, I know that we've got a lot leveraged here, but Oregon State, they got to handle their business tonight. Oklahoma, Nebraska, this one scares me. I'm not even going to attempt. Florida, I don't know what the hell they're going to do. ECU beat the hell out of Florida last time, but Florida can come back and do it to them. Like NC State, that's a play. I like Texas. I really like Texas. UC Irvine, already on them. I don't know what to do with this one. Georgia's, yeah, not a bad play. I like Georgia. Dallas Baptist, but I think that price is way too gone. Obviously, we're on Clemson. You could pair it with this over and bring that number down a little bit. Like you could do that too. Doesn't have to be a money line, right? Like you could take some of these. You could take that Clemson, Kentucky. I think we got it over 12, or like you could drop that number down to 10 and a half. You know what I mean? So it's a great question, Nate, and doesn't have to necessarily be a money line, right? Like you could pair it with a total and even grab yourself a run or two. Yeah, that might be the best way to go about it in these morning games, man. So, all right, that is it. All right, I'll let everybody get to it. Get your picks in, and it's going to be a great Sunday. Great Sunday, and tomorrow, Monday, we'll be live normal time again. We'll have a video up for the second round of games tonight, but we'll start breaking down the NBA Finals as well. I know we didn't talk about NBA at all here. What a win by the Pacers last night. Handle their business. Yeah, good for them. They did not want to go to a game 7, but Pacers and Thunder. All right, we'll break down from a look. I like doing this, like how we did regionals, how we're going to do super regionals, how we're going to do the College World Series. We're going to take a look at series prices, right? And over under amount of games, all that. We'll do that on Monday. But all right, everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. And we'll see you this afternoon. Thank you.
Who's got it better than us?